Hey, everybody. Welcome back to Inside the Force. It's just the two of us again, Hannah.
Just the two of us.
Yes. Episode 501 here. Dave Cottingham with Hannah Burr. Good evening, Hannah.
Good evening. How are you?
I am doing good. And,
I don't think that's true.
well, we'll get. I am doing good. I'm fine. I'm fine. We'll get into that a little bit. But we do have several things to talk about.
Yes.
We just recorded the other day our 500th episode.
Yeah.
So I want to recap with that because, between us talking about it, we can see how that went. We got Star Wars Celebration stuff to talk about.
Yes, we do.
And then, of course, the finale of Maul. Shadow Lord. Yes. But thanks to our patrons for supporting us and being with us. I said it on the 500, but it's been a long journey for the show and everybody that's contributed. And of course, we're very grateful for the people that monetarily help us here, and that's, in this day and age, that's tough. I understand that. So we really appreciate that. Okay. And there was some in I failed to do this on our last episode just because we had so many people. We did have some comments on our last few episodes, Hannah. Here, let's see. Actually, it's better in my emails. It's easier in my emails here.
Yeah.
All right. So Thrawn says this was back on the I don't know when was this? This was this is 498. So this was
Okay.
This was chapters 5 and 6, I think, right? 5 and 6. Yes, 5 and 6.
Yes.
So Thrawn says, great reaction, guys. I would love, it's funny. I would love a Vader and Maul showdown. But think that may be saved for a season 2, which is what I thought.
Yes, I think you and I both thought that.
Correct. Would make sense, though, because from what I can remember from Rebels season 2, doesn't Maul act like he knows him and wants no part in facing him? Could be from a past encounter where Vader bested him, maybe. Thanks again, Dave and Hannah. Can't wait for episodes 7 and 8. And then Brandon says, this is the same episode, yeah. Said, I'm really liking the show. They haven't missed on the animated shows. I wish I could go to the celebration in LA because it would be convenient for me since I'm here in Seattle, but bills and dental procedure got in the way. I hope you guys have fun when you go. Little does he know. Brandon again on our commenting on chapters now 7 and 8. Says, I think he wants an apprentice to help take down Sidious because Maul, knows he can't take Sidious by himself. And then he says, almost to 500. Love you guys. You two are one of the few bright spots going on for me right now. I haven't been to Disneyland since 2006 and have never been to Disney World. I do like 11th Brother Bird Mask. I haven't looked, and I could be absolutely completely wrong, but that mask and the eyes felt like the vibes, like the same race species as General Grievous. I have been a little curious about that mask and what's underneath that mask, but I could definitely see the shape of it being very similar. Yeah. I don't think it's related, but
might be.
And then Thrawn on this episode says, congratulations on 500 episodes and wishing all the best to get to 1,000. Can't believe you got the whole gang to join. That's amazing. And thank you all so much for everything you have done. My favorite podcast by far. And don't know what I would do without Inside the Force in my life. Appreciate all the content you put out. Please keep going strong. May the Force be with you.
Again, well, I'm glad that we're able to have that positive impact on y'all? Because, I mean, Dave said this multiple times. A lot of times out there, whenever you get into a fandom, whether it's podcasting or YouTube or whatever, inevitably it'll turn toxic at some point, or they
Yeah.
just constantly focus on the downsides of everything. And that's something that we strive not to do. We really do try to. And do we like everything that Star Wars puts out? No. I think it's very fair to say that. But I think it's also because Dave and I have the unique perspective in that we both come from the same business.
Right.
So we understand that it's art. We understand that a lot of people, and not just the person who thought of this project or the actors, but you have so many crew members that poured their hearts into it, poured their time into it. So it still deserves some respect. So that's I'm grateful and humbled, but also sorry that we are the bright spot in your life. I wish there was more bright spots. That's why I'm sorry, but I'm glad that we can do that. And, Casey was able to do that before, Cody and Corey as well, and Martin.
And look, I really do love the feedback and the people commenting and participating, especially guys like Thrawn and Brandon, and some other ones that, maybe don't do it as often, but they do it every once in a while. But there's been time, I'm telling you, I mean, it's not all the time, but there has been times, and I don't share everything. I mainly only share the comments that are about kind of like Star Wars, like either like commenting on our episodes or something like that. But I get emails every once in a while from people that listen to us and just say that they just appreciate us. They think that, saying that, again, they're not talking about anything particular that we said or anything. It was just that, hey, just want you to know, this has been a great show. I've been listening a long time. And, I've gotten people telling me that, they're listening from Australia, or they're listening from Asia, China. They're, it's like, I mean, it's pretty incredible when you think about it, the reach you can have from just simply sitting here in your room talking about Star Wars, and you're right. I think, and actually, thinking about it now, I did kind of fail to say this in our 500th episode, but it's, you're exactly right. Like, I think the purpose of this show was always to just share our love and appreciation for Star Wars. And I think even talking about the things that we don't enjoy or that we may not have liked that come out, I think that's still showing the love and passion for Star Wars.
Mm-hmm.
Because, just because you're passionate about something doesn't mean you're 100% into it all the time, all of it, But, there's a way to do it that's still respectful, that's still appreciative of what we're getting. Because, again, thinking back before we started this show, we kind of didn't know how much Star Wars we were ever going to get anymore.
That is true.
You know what I mean? Like, before the buyout, Clone Wars was going on, but that was going to come to an end. And then it was like, what are we getting after that, if anything?
Mm-hmm.
And the fact that we now have a lot of Star Wars to watch, we can go to a Disney park and visit Star Wars. It's like, you just never thought it would get to this point. And now that it has, it almost has become a little, how do you say it? Like, it's almost like it's almost easily able to take it. What am I trying to say? Like,
it's for granted.
Yeah, a little bit. It's since it's everywhere now, you don't appreciate it as much, or you kind of like
it's so accessible that you don't appreciate it.
Exactly. Yeah, and it was so, there wasn't, all you had was like 6 movies for a long time, and that's it. And it was like,
Yeah.
it kind of made it a little more, not that it made it more special, but it made it more unique. And now it's like so massive. Maybe it's, lost its magic a little bit with some of the newer generation of people, because again, it's, growing up with like, especially me, it's like all you had was 3 movies, and you had maybe toys, but that was it. It wasn't like you were getting like a TV series every year. It wasn't like you were getting a movie every year, it was this fantasy world, and you only had 3 movies to really look back on. But anyway, yeah, that's what this show really is, and really has always meant to be, was just a way for us to share our love and passion and knowledge and just get people interested in Star Wars. I mean, it's funny. I was about to say, we are free labor for Disney, but actually Disney's paying you. So
I was about to say, I'm not free labor.
I know Disney's paying you now. I'm free labor for Disney. In fact, I'm paying Disney because I'm going every year. No, it's been, and again, it was great to have, as we kind of talk a little bit about the 500th episode, it was great to have those guys on there. Casey, who started the thing with me, and Cody, who did a lot of episodes with me, and then Corey. Corey wasn't never really consistent, but he popped on and contributed a lot. And then me and him had we had a Star Wars the Star Wars card game podcast for a while, which was fun because we played the heck out of that. But obviously there was a time, and I didn't say this on the show, which I should have, Hannah. I apologize, because I was actually doing the show by myself for a while until you came on.
You were.
So I really do appreciate you joining me on this now, because to be honest, I don't know how much I could have done this by myself. Like, I might have stopped doing it, truly, because it's so hard to do a podcast by yourself. Like it really is. I know there's people out there that do it, and that's just not me. I have to have a conversation with somebody. I have to, because I'm not one of these guys that, as you know, I'm not one of these guys that I don't put notes down really. This is, and maybe people don't know all about this all the time, but this is just a very natural show. Like, I have a couple notes from like news or whatever we are going to talk about, but I don't have like a layout of what I'm talking about. This is really just spitballing with you, off the cuff kind of ideas that we have and questions that come up, and I want it to feel very natural,
Indeed, and it is.
So thank you, really, Hannah, for for doing this, because I thought about it too. I wanted to, and maybe I will research it, but I wish I would have been able to call out how many episodes everybody had done.
Oh.
Yeah, because I was really thinking about that, but I did a quick search I had AI kind of search it, but I didn't always put everybody's names in the description, so
right,
it wasn't able to really count. Because I think out of the 500, I think I want to say I missed maybe 2 or 3 episodes.
Yeah, you did not miss a lot. And that's why, like, thank you for your leadership and kind of just keeping this moving.
Yeah.
And I'm very honored that you asked me to join you as your co-host. So thank you for that opportunity.
Yeah. Well, I think it's, it's almost, it's kind of almost meant to be, because I think, I know, it was funny because for years, not on the show, but behind the scenes, Casey and I had always talked about actually getting a female perspective on the show because, I mean, we're just two dudes that talk Star Wars, and you know, and Star Wars is, as you know, has a lot of very, very strong women as characters, and a lot of strong women. I mean, we're talking from Leia to Asajj to Padme to Dr. Aphra to, you know, it's like there's so many, and you know, it just helps to have a different perspective that knows that side of it, and you know, when that all happened, and you kind of you came to work for Wrigley, and we, you know, shared Star Wars together a lot about and talked a lot about it. It was just kind of a natural fit, and so I just hope you've enjoyed doing this. And
oh yes,
I mean, you know, I'm not totally taking up too much of your time.
I'm still here, aren't I?
That's true.
Like-
That's true. That's true. That's true.
No, thoroughly enjoy this, and I'm so glad we get to stay connected through this. So thank you.
And I'm glad more than anything, to be honest, that when you moved, you actually still stayed in the same time zone, because that would have been a lot tougher.
It would have been, but nope, same time zone, East Coast.
Yes, right. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about Celebration.
Hi, Dave. I am your therapist today.
Yeah.
What would you like to talk about?
Well, look, tickets went on sale today.
Yes.
And 3:00 Eastern. And it was one of the things where it's almost like every sale that goes on now, you get thrown in a queue and you got to wait your turn. And I'm telling you, I mean, I will make one thing I'm mad about, not mad about, but one thing that frustrated me knowing that this happened. So I noticed, because I did the thing I do when I sign up for like lightning lanes.
Yes.
Like the virtual queue on the lightning lanes.
Yes.
I put my watch on to where it's like, do you see the seconds?
Yes. Yes.
Right?
And then at the last 3 seconds, you start spam clicking.
Yes.
That's exactly.
So I had an alarm set on my phone at 2:55. Mm-hmm. So 2:55 comes on, and I'm at my computer, and I'm waiting. Switch over to the seconds, and I'm following. But here's the thing I noticed. So on the Celebration website, you had they had each section, like 4-day pass, you know, click here, single days, you can click here, whatever. Mm-hmm. Well, I noticed at about 2:58, like a couple minutes before, the button that said coming soon switched to buy now.
2 minutes before?
Yes. So I clicked on it, and it took me to the queue page, but it said, you're early. Tickets will go on sale. And then there was a countdown at the bottom of that page.
Okay.
Which I looked, and it was close. It wasn't exact, but it was close to my countdown. But I failed, because it was actually a paragraph of text, and I didn't read it all, but all I read was, you're early. So I X'd out of that, and I went back to the main page and waited. And that's what I should not have done, because I think I would have been in the queue a little earlier.
You probably would have been.
So that's what I'm frustrated most about, because at 3:00, I clicked it and got in, but then I'm waiting. I was in the queue for just under 3 hours. So around 6:15, I got in. I'm sorry, just over 3 hours. So about 6:15, I got in. By that time, 4-day passes were gone. The Saturday passes were gone. So I was like, well, I'm going to buy Thursday and Friday at least. But as I'm in the checkout, it kept saying, I can't, like Friday, you can't buy Fridays. Can't buy Fridays. So Friday must have sold out while I was in the middle of my.
Just sold out.
Yeah. So all I was able to buy was Thursday. I could have bought Sunday, but I'm not gonna get, we're gonna go to Disneyland that weekend. So
yeah.
So so I got Thursday, and my
You're
daughter.
going.
Yeah, I'm going. My daughter's ecstatic. She's going to see one day. But here's why I'm actually not that angry, Hannah. So this is normal when it comes to Star Wars Celebration.
Right.
Now, what's not normal is how fast it went.
Yeah, that was insane. That was like, what, 6 hours?
Well, like the 4-day passes went in like 2 hours.
Yeah, 4-day passes were gone like that.
Yes.
But I mean, the entire thing sold out in 6 hours.
That's correct. So the reason why I'm not I'm upset, and then I'm not upset. What I'm upset about is that, look, I've been to Celebration. What I'm upset about is I've seen a lot of people on social media saying how they were hoping this was going to be their first trip to Celebration and they couldn't get a ticket.
Yeah.
So what I'm upset about is the fact that they let people buy up to 20 tickets a transaction. And clearly they're not buying them for their friends. They're buying them to resell them. Because you can see the 4-day passes listed right now on eBay, and they'll be up there for months and months coming up. Now, again, here's why I'm not upset. It's because this has happened before in the past where I've actually waited to buy the 4-day pass, but then they sell out. Again, it never sold out in like hours. It would take like a day or two or maybe a week. But several times in the past, because again, these people buy all these 4-day passes and they hang on to them and they're trying to sell them for like big profits. Well, in the end, they can't sell them all. So about a month or a couple weeks before the actual event, what do? They drastically drop the prices to unload them. And you can usually get them for what you would have paid for them, or sometimes they're cheaper.
Good to know.
Yes. So that's why I'm not worried, because I told my daughter, I was like, look, if it comes April or it comes March next year and we see some of them up there for a couple $100, that's cheaper than what we would have paid for them anyway. I'll get us a couple 4-day passes and we're fine. So I'm not worried. I think I actually now, because you said it too while we were getting on here, was it says that they're not resellable.
Right.
But there's nothing tied. There's nothing tied to each badge.
Interesting.
You know what I'm saying? Like, because they're physically going to send me my badge. So unless somehow, well, see, I don't even, how would they? I mean, because the only thing my name is on is my credit card, my transaction. So when I get the badges, I mean, who knows? Like, because I have 4, I bought one from each one of my family members. So how do they know my wife, Brooke Cottingham, has a badge? I never put that name in or anything like that.
No idea.
So technically I could sell it to anybody for cash and then they could use it. In fact, I don't remember. Again, I don't think they ever scan or anything like that. You just show it to them when you walk in the doors. I think.
Huh.
Because there's not like a barcode on them or anything like that, unless they changed them. But either way, anyway, they are resellable. You can buy them. So anyway, that's why I'm not that upset.
That's good.
But I am upset about the people that really wanted to go, and now if they really want to go, they're going to have to spend more money. And then, man, unfortunately, I mean, I'm seeing like people talk about like hotel costs right now. They're like $1,000 a night there.
I don't even want to think about that.
I'm staying at Disneyland, so it doesn't matter.
I was about to say, either stay on property or find an Airbnb.
No, I'm definitely staying on property with Brooks Discount. That's what I'm doing.
Oh, there you go. Done.
Yeah, so I'm not worried about that. Unfortunately, we can't book it yet. They're not. You
Right.
can't book the resorts there yet. But yeah, I'm excited about it. Traditionally, the first day is going to be the biggest. The opening ceremony is probably going to be about the 50th anniversary. So I think that's going to be really cool. Unfortunately, if I don't make it to Friday or Saturday, I might miss out on some stuff. But I'll be okay. Look, like I said, I've been to Celebration. Just knowing I can go at least one day to this thing is good enough. But so did you try to get in, or what did you try to do?
I tried, and literally, I was at the very end of the queue, and then I got the message saying they were all sold out. Now, to be fair, I kept on getting kicked out. Like, I don't know if it was like I was losing connection or what, but I kept on getting kicked out, so I had to get back in the beginning of the line.
So your queue kept resetting?
Uh-huh.
Oh, man, see?
Yeah, it is what it is. Like,
I know,
I've never been, so therefore I don't know what I'm missing out on. So I guess that's a blessing. But here, hey, fingers crossed, next one's in Orlando.
Yeah, and again, there's a chance you can still get some tickets for this.
I was about to say, I'll keep an eye out.
Yeah,
I'll see.
We can definitely get you.
I'll see.
But yeah, it's gonna be. But it's gonna be. Look, and I get it. I think the sellout had a lot to do with obviously the 50th anniversary.
Oh, of course.
Being in Los Angeles.
Especially when you're in LA, that is such a central hub for so many different airlines.
Yep. And just people. I mean, more people live there. They're gonna just buy the ticket, and try to go. But I do truly believe that there were a lot of transactions on there with people that have no intention of going.
I wouldn't be surprised.
So that's very unfortunate. But it's kind of the world we live in if you're not trying to regulate, ticket scalping and resales and stuff like that. But
which is nearly impossible to track.
It is. I mean, you could have limited the tickets more,
Yeah.
I get it. But, you're trying to give somebody an opportunity to be able to buy some from family and friends. I get that.
That's exactly it. Or coworkers, or, you name it.
Yeah. So it's hard to police that. I get it. But
you want to think the best of everyone.
I am really curious what they're deeming their capacity, at the actual convention. Like how many tickets were actually available.
That would be interesting to know.
Yeah, because before they used to, at least the Jedi VIP, because they had that tier, but that always goes back. Now, before I remember seeing that they would show you how many, like they would have, like there's only 1,000 of these, or there's 500 of these, because they used to have a couple of VIP tiers, not just one. But they never had a limit. I don't know if they ever had a limit on the 4-day passes, but I believe I believe one of the ones I went to in Orlando. I mean, I think there was probably like 80,000 people that went through the whole weekend.
Oh, dang.
I mean, this thing is.
I know it's huge, but still, you say a number like that, and it's just mind-boggling.
I know. Yeah, it's big. It's big. All right. So anyway, more to come on that. I don't think they've released anything about like panels or anything yet. I mean, that's all. I haven't
seen anything.
Yeah, that's all still to come. So I'm hoping. The bright spot is, Hannah, I gotta say, if you were able to get into the queue and buy tickets, you were able to buy exclusive merch. So I did buy some T-shirts. So I was able to get some T-shirts for me and Sam. So.
Oh, that's good. Yay!
Yeah. So I did get the Star Wars Celebration merch.
Good.
All right, so that's that. More to come on that, I'm sure. We'll talk more Celebration as it comes. But now let's talk about Maul. So now we know why they didn't release the title of episode 10 or chapter 10, because it's titled The Dark Lord. So Hannah, reaction to episodes 9 and 10.
I think the literal words that came out of my mouth when I can't remember if it was Marok or the 10th brother who said, or 11th brother who said they're heading his direction, or whatever that line was.
Yeah.
I think the literal words that came out of my mouth were, let's effing go.
So
Sorry, but it's the truth.
Yeah, okay, well, go ahead. I'll let you finish your reaction.
I just was like, that's the truth. Is like, I was like, oh, heck, yes. Because I think the thing is, a lot of us tend to forget how freaked out Maul was of the idea of Vader. Because when we see in the final season of the Clone Wars, he's almost acting insane. That's how freaked out he is about Palpatine, about the new apprentice that he knows is coming, and he knows who it is. And so he's freaking out about it. So that's why I think it was so great for Vader to be in this season, because it emphasized on Maul's anxieties. Because we saw him face a lot of those anxieties in the episodes before. And this is a big one. This is like, oh no. Like, the fact that Maul is terrified of it. Like, we even see that one moment where he's like, no. Like, we see him start to have like almost a panic attack knowing what's coming. And can I just, like, I have to applaud this show. I'm like, throughout the show, I'm like, yeah, Jedi are powerful. We know that that Maul's great. The Inquisitors are great fighters. I don't know how they leveled up Vader, but they did, to the point where I was like, oh no. Like, every single thing Vader did, I was like that's the fear that, like, and it's because of technology, right? It's because of technology that in the original trilogy, just because of where we are in today's time, we don't necessarily get that same evocation of fear that we should get out of Vader. Like, when it first came out, yes, that was very prevalent. But today, you think about Rogue One, you think about the novels, especially what's the novel that they went to, that one planet, and
Lords of
Vader?
the Sith?
Yeah, I think it was Lords of the Sith, where he was able to strangle somebody a spaceship over.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't. Yeah,
it wasn't
maybe.
That? No.
That's in a novel. You see him in the comics, and then you see this. And you're just like, holy smokes. Vader is so... I don't know how they did it. I don't know, because I felt like they really went full out on all the fights. And then all of a sudden, Vader comes into play, and I'm like, oh, well, clearly they didn't.
Right.
Like, I don't know how they did it. So I think these last 2 episodes, they got me hooked. Because I think the storytelling and the animation was just so good. But anyway, that's my reaction. Also, I do want to say this. We don't know if Lawson's dead or not.
Yeah,
we don't.
I don't think he's dead.
I mean, we said the same thing about oh, what's his name? Not Glasses. That batch.
Tech.
Tech. I mean, we said the same thing about Tech because we never saw a body. But
That's true. But he was falling.
Yeah, that's true. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Like Marak, he's alive.
Well, we're back.
I guess maybe he could have died, I guess. But
I think he's going to die because the way that he dies is all of a sudden he disapparates. Is that the word? Disapparate?
Evaporates? Or vaporizes?
Vaporizes. He vaporizes into like this green smoke. So I think he is going to die at some point.
Yeah, I think he is. He probably survived that fall, though.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm just saying, like.
Yeah.
Whoa. What was your reaction to the two?
Well, I was freaking out. Me and my daughter were watching it, and because I told her, just like we talked about, I said, Vader's going to show up in this series at some point.
Mm-hmm.
I did not think it was going to be this soon. But I did anticipate maybe it would be like Rebels, where they would tease him at the end of the season, and then he'd show up in season 2.
Right.
But I think Filoni probably expected us to think that, and he was like, you know what? I'm just going to give it to you now.
Yeah. Here's a little treat for you. Here you go.
That's right. But yeah, several things, that I thought of. For one, it was interesting because, I mean, not only do you bring him on, but the way you brought him on means a lot. Because as we've learned from like Rogue One, even though Vader was in Rogue One and in a couple scenes beforehand, and you knew he was in it, you didn't expect the hallway scene. Like, you didn't expect it. And even when you knew he was boarding the ship, it was like, okay, he's just going to walk around and maybe choke some people. What he did on there, I mean, that right there, you talk about raising the bar, that raised the bar of Vader. And we got to see him, move like we haven't seen him move in a while, or other than, animation. And then, of course, the, Hayden in the suit during Obi-Wan, you got to see him, how he's able to truly fight. Because he's technically not restricted, right? I mean, he looked restricted in A New Hope a little bit, but that was so new, right? And they were fencing; they weren't really fighting like they do now with lightsabers. But in this show, again, you didn't just bring him on. I mean, the way he killed Rook. So I
actually thought for a moment it was a creature.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people did, actually. Yeah.
Yeah, because she was like, there's this thing. And I'm like, oh, so it's not Vader? It's like a pet or something?
Yeah.
And then you hear the...
Well, you hear the force choking.
Yeah.
She gets dragged and then choked, broke her neck, and then the breathing. I mean, just like that right there in the mist, that was like, oh man, these guys have no idea what's about to walk out here.
The only one who does is Maul.
Yes. Well, not even Maul, because he does not know Vader at this point.
No, but he has an idea of what Vader could be.
See that? Well, that's a good question, because if you go back and watch the finale of the Clone Wars, Maul is talking directly to Ahsoka about Anakin Skywalker.
Yes.
He is saying Palpatine has picked his pupil. He's already far gone. He's turned. But I don't think I'm not. I'd have to go back and really kind of look at this. I don't think Maul. I mean, he's obviously got to think that Anakin's powerful. But I don't know if he knows that he turns into Vader. Now, he obviously has to suspect that he, as he took the name Darth, that Anakin probably took the name Darth Vader. So do you think he put that together already?
I think he did.
Because he doesn't know this is, he's never seen, and there was nobody that said his name was Darth Vader.
That is true. But I think, and maybe I was reading into it too much, which is entirely possible. But from what I was seeing at the end of the Clone Wars, is that I feel like Maul was implying, because Maul was telling Ahsoka that, like, the Republic has fallen, Darth Sidious is going to take control.
Yes.
And I think the implication of his ramblings was that his new pupil was going to help him achieve that.
Correct.
And I think Maul is smart enough to know if Darth Vader is out there serving Sidious,
right,
A equals B equals C, therefore A equals C by the transitive property.
Yeah.
So I think Maul's smart enough to know that Vader is Anakin. And I think he's so yes, while he hasn't seen Vader, I think the implication that Sidious chose his pupil to overthrow everything implies that his pupil is more powerful, which is why he was trying to recruit Ahsoka to help him. Because he knew if this guy is the one who's selected to overthrow, and I wasn't the one selected to overthrow, and Dooku wasn't the one selected to overthrow, then this guy has to be way more powerful than I could ever know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, that's just me, because Maul is not stupid. He's shrewd. He's smart.
Yeah.
In fact, like, there were a couple of moves he made in these last 2 episodes that I was really shocked by. I'm like, wow, we really are dealing with an anti-hero. The fact that he was telling Devin and her master to go. He's like, I got this. Go. And they're like looking at his leg that's sparking, and he's like, go. I'm like, holy crap, dude.
Yeah, I know. That was pretty cool. Yeah,
that was awesome. I was like, okay, Maul. Okay, I see you.
Yes.
I see you.
Yes.
But anyway, back to the original point. I think Maul understands. Maul reads between the lines. He knows how powerful Vader is. So I think that's why I believe that's why he was freaking out, because he knows who Vader is, and he knows the implications behind the selection of Vader. Especially with him saying he knows how Jedi think. He knows how they fight. So you can't fight like a Jedi. You have to fight like... And his logic makes sense.
Yeah, totally.
You can't fight like a Jedi because he knows how a Jedi fights. Which, once again, implies that Maul knows exactly who Vader is.
Yeah, and I think... I think he may, obviously, I think he may have put it together, like you said, after the fact. I mean, it's hard to kind of think that while you're fighting. But because he does say, doesn't he say, like, you're no Inquisitor or something like that? I think he says something like that in the middle of the fighting, because he's realizing that this guy is not as easy as to fight as an Inquisitor is.
Right.
So that's when I think he's starting to think that this is not an Inquisitor, that he's a Sith.
Yeah, and that's when he starts, if I remember correctly, that's when he starts having his panic attack of no.
And I think he realizes then too that he can't win.
He can't win, which is even more surprising when he tells them to go.
I know.
It's like, what?
Well, but I think, yeah, and then like you said, he's smart enough to know that if Daki gets killed, that's probably going to turn Devin. So it is a whole setup,
Oh, it is. And he's probably shrewd enough to know, if I can survive long enough, I will earn Daki's trust.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then I'll leave Daki to die, and Devin will then fall into my palm.
That's right. One thing, a couple things. One, on social media, it was funny because I saw a bunch of people post reactions to Vader showing up. But I would tell you, a lot of them, like 8 or 9 out of 10 of them, thought it was going to be Sidious.
Really?
Yes.
Sidious?
Yeah.
I mean, it makes sense, but I would think you would save that until another season or something like that. If you were to do it.
If you were even to do it, because here's the thing that I think, if we can set the timeline up.
Right.
This is the very early part of the Empire.
Yes.
Like within a year, I believe. Like we're just like a year in, maybe. Palpatine. Now, here's the thing. To everybody else, he's still Palpatine. Like no one else knows he's Sidious.
Nope.
No one knows he's a Dark Lord.
They just think he looks like that because the Jedi attacked him.
Correct. Yeah, exactly. And if you read the books and, go through some of the comics like we have, you kind of know that Palpatine is not out there. Like he's not doing like a normal politician going out and shaking hands and trying to win. Like he's the emperor. He doesn't have to win anybody over anymore.
No, at this point he just has to threaten them and that's it.
And he's not really even doing that too, because people made him the emperor. It wasn't like he said forcefully he's the emperor. I mean, they voted him into. It's so crazy how he manipulated everybody into making them elect him as emperor, because this guy saved us out of the Civil War, of the Clone Wars. You need to lead us forever.
And this is how democracy falls, with thunderous applause.
That's exactly right. Exactly right. So he doesn't have to do anything. And remember, I think it was Lords of the Sith, at least this part of it was. Remember, he was trying not to be caught using his powers.
Yes, that's exactly it. There was a specific moment where he's like, nope. But then he was forced to.
Yes.
Like he had no other choice. And he's like, all right, fine. And then he looked at Vader.
But there couldn't be any witnesses either.
And that's why he looked at Vader and said, there can't be witnesses.
Mm-hmm.
And Vader's like, okay.
Because he has to still come across this like defeated politician that is remembered for saving, the Republic and reforming it. So he's not even out there much. He's like stuck in the tower, and that's why he has Inquisitors. That's why he has Vader. That's why he's appointed all these Moffs, and he appointed all these governors. It's like they're all running the Empire for him.
I don't think we'll ever see Palpatine. If we do, it's going to be via hologram.
I agree. I kind of would be surprised if he shows up in this. But Vader. I think we'll see more of Vader.
That would be awesome.
Well, because I think now here's my next prediction. Hannah.
Okay. Because you were right the first time. Let's see if you're right now.
Yeah. I think Vader is going to kill Devin.
I do agree with that. Like, I think unfortunately Devin's story is going to end with her death.
Yep. I think she's going to be filled. She's going to be trained with Maul. She's going to be filled with so much rage and revenge. They're going to track down Vader. They're going to fight him again, and she is going to get destroyed.
I think what's going to happen. I'll agree with you, but with a couple of different twists. Maul is obsessed with taking down Sidious. You're right. I think what's going to happen is they're going to try to get to Sidious.
Yes,
Vader gets in their way.
Mm-hmm.
Vader kills Devin. Maul realized he cared for Devin. Like, as any master would their apprentice, except for the Sith for some weird way, but we don't have to go into that. And I think he decides to take a step back and focuses more on Crimson Dawn.
Yes.
And say,
I think you're right.
This is how I'm going to chip away at the Empire. Is I'm going to play the long game.
Yes.
I'm not going to try to take care of it right away. I'm going to do the long game.
Yep.
That's what I think is going to happen.
I think you're right, and I think because of whatever next or last encounter he has with Vader, and Vader killing Devin, I think Maul basically becomes afraid to be out there.
Yeah.
And like you said,
Basically, he runs away. He runs away, becomes his own Sidious by being in his own little private chamber,
runs
running
it from the
Crimson Dawn.
shadows. Yep.
Yep. And
Totally
then,
agree.
and then he's consumed. And then I think he's going to shift his revenge at that point to Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Yep. Because he finds out Obi-Wan's alive. Yep.
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 I think that's how it's going to go down.
I do too. Now, I will say, because now I don't know if I'm tweaking it yet, but I just had a vision of, I was thinking like, okay, yeah, Vader's taking on Devin and Maul now, but then that would be almost a Filoni thing to do if it was Vader and Sidious fighting Maul and Devin. Now that I almost feel like that could be a Filoni thing.
You know what? You're right. Because then at that point, Maul's like, I got the closest I could get. And I couldn't even do it then.
Because think about it.
Because think about it. You're right.
Maul,
Because
Maul would go after Sidious. Devin wants Vader because he killed Docky.
He killed. Oh, yep. Nope, you're right.
But I don't know. I don't know if I'm committing to that yet.
No, I think that's very viable because then at that point, that actually makes sense because if it's Vader who does it, then Maul has even more reason to go after Sidious. If Sidious joins the fight,
yes,
then Maul's like, I truly cannot do this.
Defeat these guys. Yes.
So I got to find another way to do it.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
I know. Now I'm starting to convince myself too.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I kind of like that. Now,
I like that.
That seems like it kind of feels like that's like a series finale kind of thing.
Oh, absolutely. I don't know if they're going to do more than 2 or 3 seasons of this. I actually would be surprised if they do a 3rd season.
Really?
Maybe.
I told Sam, I was like, because Sam asked, how long you think they'll do this? I said, well, we got 5 seasons of Rebels. We got 3 seasons of Bad Batch. I'm going to say 4. I'm going to say that we're going to get 4 seasons.
That'd be interesting. I'd like to know what else they're going to throw in there then.
Yeah. Well, I will tell you, I think Dryden Voss showing up in this was a little premature too. I thought that was so early.
That's why I think it's only going to be 2 seasons.
It's got to be more than 2 seasons though.
Maybe 3.
Yeah,
but
I would say 3.
4 is really stretching it. That's just my own personal opinion. I don't know where they're taking this story. That was the whole reason why season 1 was kind of.
I know the fact that they left already and.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I'm like, I think it's 2. It might be 3, but I think 4 is really.
I think the popularity is gonna make it go 4 seasons. Yeah.
We'll see. We'll see what story they're going for. Yeah. Because we don't know. We do not know.
Now, the other thing that I read and heard, and it was funny that some people actually had an issue with this, was the fact that Vader didn't utter one word.
And?
I didn't have a problem with that.
That was more terrifying.
Why would he say anything? What did he have to say?
That was more terrifying.
Yes.
Like, I would say that was, like, he doesn't need to say anything. He's just there. He just does what he does. Like,
No, yeah.
Like, what?
He's not there for chit chat.
Your lap in the force. We have lack of faith in the force. Disturbing.
Yeah,
like, what would he say?
Yeah, no kidding.
Gotcha. Like, what? Boo.
I'm going to kill you now. You know?
Any last words?
Yeah. Like, I
may the force receive you.
Yeah, I have no idea. I think
my master
in fact,
regards.
In fact, no one said anything really.
No, there was very little dialogue.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't get that. I don't get that.
And if anybody hasn't seen it yet, they should go check out. There's a clip out there of Filoni explaining kind of where Vader is at this point in the timeline as far as his, mentality and his
Yeah.
anger and whatnot. And he explained it really well how that there is no, there's no Anakin in this. There's no compassion in this guy.
No.
He is full-fledged Vader, and he is going to kill and destroy anything that reminds him of Anakin. So if he sees a Jedi, he is going to kill them. No questions.
I think that brings it back to another point where when I was watching it, I don't know what kind of zapped me out of it, but I was like, holy crap. Vader's going after a kid.
I know.
A minor. A teenager. A kid.
He did kill younglings too.
Oh, I know, but it just reinforces that.
Yeah.
This guy is out for blood. He is not hesitating. He's not anything with it. Like, he will kill her.
He will.
And
That's
it just
true.
makes you go, whoa. No wonder why people think this guy is beyond redemption.
Right.
Like, I don't know why, but it just, like, fully hit me like a semi of, like, oh my gosh.
Yeah. Yeah, it was just incredible. Incredible to see, incredible series. So, I mean, I know we've only seen it these last few weeks, but I don't know how would you rate this series this season?
I'm going to give it a 6 out of 10.
6 out of 10. Okay.
6 or 7. I feel like I need to see more. I feel this felt very much like a prologue to me. If that makes sense.
It does.
Like this
like a
whole
big setup,
season.
like a big setup.
Yes, exactly. This is building up to something.
Yeah.
So that's the only reason why I give it the rating that I give it. Like, I love the characters. I think there's so much story there, but it felt very much like a prologue, which is fine. Like, there are some series that do that. There's no judgment there. It's just that's what it felt like. It felt like the final 2 episodes. This is what it felt like in terms of story, right? It felt like we got the ordinary world. If we're talking about the hero's journey, we got the ordinary world. And then the inciting incident is the Empire showing up. The response to the inciting incident is trying to get off the planet and running into Vader. Now we're in a new world. Like, this feels like the beginning of a story. This doesn't feel like it's a story in and of itself. Like, now we're launching into the new world. Now we're beginning the hero's journey.
Right.
So that's why it gets the rating that I give it.
Okay.
What about you?
It's probably 9 out of 10 for me. I loved it. I thought it was a great series. What was really interesting about it is the whole thing takes place within a couple days.
Yeah, it's so short.
You know what I mean? Like, it's not like there's time gaps in between episodes. It's back. You could string this together and you have a 5-hour movie.
Yeah.
Which is pretty interesting, pretty cool. I think that it's probably in my top 5 series, Star Wars series.
Amazing.
Yeah, it might be 4 actually. And I'm gonna rewatch it. I do want to rewatch it to like get it all in again, but
I do too.
But I mean, if I'm mixing live action and animation, it's probably 4 or 5. Now, if I'm just talking about animation, it's probably number 2. Behind Clone Wars.
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah,
I could see that.
But I'm putting Andor above it as far as live action. I'm probably still putting Obi-Wan above it. So, Clone Wars. So it's probably 4, maybe 5. I don't know. We'll see.
We'll see.
But look, performance-wise, Sam Witwer killed it.
Oh,
Yeah. I thought Docky, who is Dennis Haysbert, Haysbert, I think Haysbert, I think.
oh, he did great.
He did great. I loved his voice in that.
They've all
Perfect.
done great.
Yeah.
The voice acting is top
Spot
tier
on.
on this one.
Spot on. Music was great.
The animation was gorgeous.
Animation was gorgeous.
Oh,
Man,
especially
I
those
was
fights.
surprised. I was surprised Maul lost everyone.
I know.
I mean, they went out hard.
Which makes me wonder what role Riley's going to play in all of this.
Yep, I know. Yep, he's definitely having a bigger role.
And two boots. Oh no.
Two boots. Yeah. Well, it makes you wonder if they're going to stick around and be part of Crimson Dawn.
I wouldn't be surprised because
Yeah.
Where else are they going to go?
No, I know they're fugitives now. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's interesting. It's like you said. It is set up. It's set up to go somewhere else, and I think it's going to be. I would just say early on thoughts would be the second season is going to be more about probably the underworld struggles with like the Hutts maybe or Black Sun. Another syndicate.
And then I think that season's going to end with something that is going to force Maul to turn his focus to Sidious. And then the next season, series finale, is going to be him trying to take down Sidious.
Oh, okay. Yeah. That's good.
But we'll see.
We will see. We will see. Well, all right. That was a quick 5 weeks of Maul.
Talk about whiplash.
Yeah. So yeah, let us know what you guys thought about Maul. Let us know how you feel about what's next, which is The Mandalorian and Grogu, which, Hannah, I was looking at the date. I mean, that's only 16 days away.
Oh, don't freak me out, man.
Yeah. Because I actually wanted to, I'm going to go start, I think this weekend I'm going to start rewatching Mandalorian.
I'm going to need to do that too, actually.
Yeah. I'm going to try to get caught up. I did pop in, I did watch the pilot, the first episode of the first season this past weekend, and
so good.
it's very good. It's actually really good.
It's so good. It's literally everybody saying, you can't merge old generation Star Wars with new generation of Star Wars. And then Favreau says, hold my beer.
Yeah, he did it for sure.
Like that's literally what that is.
Yep. Totally. So anyway, we're gonna talk a little bit about. We can talk a little bit about Mandalorian and Grogu over the next couple weeks as we get ready for the movie, and then of course we'll keep talking. Whatever Star Wars we'll get back to getting some Beyond the Sagas done.
Yes.
I know we got some council sessions that Martin and I are going to be doing. We got some other stuff that we're going to be knocking out. So thank you, Hannah, as always.
Thank you, Dave, as always.
Have fun with the family and coming in town.
Will do, and you have a great weekend as well.
Yes, I am. I think I'm actually chaperoning my daughter's school trip to Kings Island this weekend.
Ooh, that'll be
Have you been to Kings Island before?
No, I haven't.
Oh, wow. Okay. It's up in just north of Cincinnati.
Yeah, I know all about it. I just have never gone.
Yeah, I used to go a lot because I grew up around there, and I haven't been in probably 20 years.
Oh,
so
that'll be fun.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. I've been saying I'm gonna take my daughter, never have, and then all of a sudden now she's like, yeah, our class trip, or we're going to Kings Island. I'm like, dang it, okay, well, and they need a chaperone, so she wants me to go. So anyway.
Well, if you're going to twist my arm.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they got some good roller coasters there. It's gonna be fun. All right. Well, again, we had a big milestone in this last episode of 500, and grateful for everybody that's been along for the journey. And, now we're kicking off the next, whatever you want to say, phase of episodes here as we get into more content, more Star Wars, and hopefully we got a lot of good stuff to talk about as we go on. So thanks, Hannah.
Thanks, Dave.
We'll see everybody later. Take care. Have a great rest of the week. May the Force be with you.